So in today's moment to heal, I want you to, I'm going to introduce a movement technique to you that is really great for finding expansion and contraction inside your body, but it's also really great for discovering how you can use your breath to motivate movement. Now, I'm going to describe the movement to you. I'm going to be sitting here describing the movement to you and without demonstrating it. So I kind of went back and forth in my mind about whether I should demonstrate the movement or not. But what I really want you to think about is not about making the shape that I'm suggesting that you make. It's about the internal experience inside the body. So I don't want you to be thinking about whether or not the shape you make is correct, or if it's the shape that I make, or the shape that somebody else makes. I want you to make the shape that your body makes, right? But just go off of that internal experience. So I'm not going to demonstrate it. I'm just going to describe it to you. And I want you to do the movement as I describe it and just see what happens. And then maybe you take a few minutes after to see how you feel. Also, I would love to hear from you. So send me a message. Let me know how it went. Let me know if you felt crazy, like you didn't know what you were doing, or let me know if you felt like you had a great experience. Okay, send me a message, drop me a line, an email, DM on my Instagram page, any of those things. Okay, so for this, I want you to find some space to lie down. So lie down on your back, and you need to have enough space to stretch your arms over your head and your legs beneath you. So you're actually going to make the shape of a capital letter X with your body. So your arms are going to be stretched over your head, making the top part of the X, and your legs are stretched underneath you or down below to make the lower part of the X. So once you find this position, take a moment to settle your body in this position. Go ahead and close your eyes lightly. Check in, make sure there's no tension in your face or your neck or your chest. Allowing your eyelids just to drop gently closed and noticing your breath pattern, and go ahead and start to breathe deeply. Taking your inhale in through your nose, sending it through your throat, your chest, and all the way down to the base of your spine. So really trying to send your breath all the way down into the torso. And every time you exhale, just allow your body to soften into that X position. So this lovely big X, as we call it in modern dance, is one of my favorite positions to find, because you can really sense whether or not you're allowing your body to relax and release into the ground underneath you. So just taking a few deep breaths every single time you exhale, checking in with your hands, your arms, your elbows, your shoulders, checking in with the back of your rib cage, letting all of that soften down into the ground, letting the floor underneath you support you. And then doing the same for the lower body, checking in with the pelvis, your thighs, the back of your knees, ankles, feet, your heels, just letting everything soften and sink down. So just really relaxing into this position, this shape of an X. And now using that idea, and think of the word expansion. So even though we're relaxing and releasing our body into the ground here, you're also in a wide and expansive position. You're open, you're ready, and you're opening up in your body. So take a nice deep breath in here, inhaling all the way into your belly, and then one more exhale to soften down and toward the floor. And now we're going to add some movement into this. So inhale again, expanding. And as you exhale, roll onto your left side, pulling your arms and your legs in towards your torso, almost like a fetal position or a crouched in position, just making your body into a tiny little ball on your left side. And then as you inhale, open up back to that big X position. And then we'll go to the right side. Exhale, roll onto your right side, contracting into a tiny little ball. And then inhale, open into that expanded big X position. So what I want you to do, we're going to do a few more of these. I'm going to cue you a little bit differently. But just so you know, we're expanding and contracting. We're working on moving from the core As you exhale, you engage your core to pull everything into that contraction. And as you inhale, you expand everything out. Now, the other thing I want you to think about is trying to keep as much of your body connected to the floor as you go through this movement. So trying not to lift your body parts. You're not picking anything up to come into that crouch position. You're kind of gliding and sliding on the floor. It's almost like you're using your body to mop or sweep the floor. So it's finding that big X. Inhale here. As you exhale, connect your abdominals. Pull everything in towards center. Roll onto your left side. Contract in that tiny little ball. And then inhale, expand into that big X position. Opening up, breathing into the torso. Reaching through your fingers and toes. Exhale right away to the right side. Curling in, pulling the arms and legs in toward the center of your body. And inhale, expand and open. Exhale onto your left side again, curling everything in. Inhale, expand and open back to that big X. And exhale, contracting in, using the exhale to pull in. And inhale, expand to that big X. And then relax and soften into that X position. So that is the big X. You can think of it as expanding and contracting, or you can add it in at any moment of your day. If you just want to get on the ground, breathe into it, sink into the ground, expand and contract the belly, and using the breath to really motivate all of your movement, right? So that teaches you how you can use your inhales and exhales to motivate movement in the hands, the fingers, the toes, the core, or any other part of your body.